Good. Okay, if I was Prime Minister,
I would get a spaceship and I'd fly to the ozone layer and fix it with sticky tape. And then I'd ban cars and that thing. And then the ozone layer would be fixed forever.
Excellent. If I was the Prime Minister,
I would not test people like children at every stage of education.
And what would you do instead of the testing?
I would actually teach them something.
If I were Prime Minister,
I would make Parliament a lot more interesting.
In what way?
By bringing life to it.
I would ban advertising, not ban it, just put a lot of controls on it so that, because it influences kids all the time, influences adults, changes the way we think about things, and I would stop a lot of the kind of sexual stuff that's going on in it, and add a lot less of it dominating decisions and things that are going on in the world. And I'd also change the asylum seekers policy so that asylum was decided by an independent body completely separate from the people who decide the immigration policy. That asylum is not about how many people we want in the country, but is actually only thinking about the Geneva Convention on Human Rights, the situation they've come from, is it right, is it fair? I think an independent body would have credibility, have trust, people would respect it, and therefore it wouldn't be such a long drawn-out process with everyone going through lots of appeals, and a much fairer process.
Well, the first thing I would do, I'd make a big long speech about the youth of today in a non-negative sense, because I think we get lots of bad press. And we're always made out to be horrible yobbos with hoods and terrible knives and guns and all sorts. And lots of us are very nice and do lots of very good stuff. So that's the first thing I would do, definitely. I would also try in some way combat this really, really terrible attitude we have towards asylum seekers and people coming into this country being portrayed as sort of being scapegoated for all of our problems that we've got, because that's not good and it's very wrong.
If I was Prime Minister, I think the first thing I'd do is raise awareness and basically increase awareness, because I think the youth of today are really misunderstood and not enough stuff is done for them. Like, I'd send people into schools and colleges to target violence, drugs and the whole alcohol issue, because these are the things which give youth a bad press, when actually I think a lot of young people would want to help and stop things. But I think I'd send young people in to do it. Also train fares and bus fares, because they're too high. And I'd also take the troops out of Iraq, regardless of whether people think that's a silly idea, just because I think it needs to happen. And then send people in who want to help, because there's a lot of people who would want to help.
First I'd clamp down on benefits, so that if you could work, you'd have to, instead of just getting money off the government. And also I'd help the homeless, because I think once people are homeless, it's hard for them to get a job and get back on their feet. So I'd do sort of big programs and help raise money towards getting them into accommodation and things.
Excellent.
Okay, I think I'd take all the troops out of Iraq and, not start any more wars. And I would put more money into schools and education and work on giving teenagers a better press.
I would paint number 10 Downing Street purple with pink spots.
And I would make every day a holiday, apart from Wednesdays, and especially Mondays, because nobody likes Mondays.
Mondays would be illegal. There wouldn't be a Monday anymore. We'd change that. We'd just have Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Instead.
Fun day. And everybody has to have fun or they get arrested. Yeah, and that's what we'd do.